Greetings from Chicagoland. This is Munira on Munira's Musings. How are you, everybody? Welcome to another edition where we showcase a great individual on our platform. Today's guest, we have Naomi Bareket. Hi, Naomi. Welcome to our show.
Hey, everyone.
So Naomi is a visual expert. She helps you create scripts and she helps you figure out your videos. Now, in this world today, everybody knows that video is so important. And just showing up on Facebook Live or Instagram Live, it's amazing because we need to know, everybody needs to know who you are and you show up authentically. We all know that Munira's Musings is a show where we showcase somebody and we bring this show to help others who are still on the fence to figure out what their niche is and help them take the plunge to making their niche a reality. So if you like to be a guest and you have a niche and you want to be a guest on Munira's Musings, please go ahead and contact me. And we will schedule a time for you to show up on a Monday morning and we can talk about what your niche is. But if you know somebody else who can be on our show, please go ahead and refer them. Also, share, like, and subscribe to our channel. And without further ado, let's talk to Naomi. So Naomi, welcome to our show. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you for hosting us, the lovely Munira. You're so kind. It all starts from devotion and strong belief that I truly believe that the day you were born is the day that God decided that the world cannot exist without you. So when you have this kind of belief, you're obsessed that every person on earth will make their unique mission. Right? Because we are like part of a global world with every piece of a puzzle is so important, right? We all know the butterfly effect, right? Like that, like it's enough that the wings of the butterfly, right? The vibration, it can impact, as they say, tornado somewhere else, right? So for me, it's very important to help people like tap into their beautiful, what I call purpose soul. Right, like their soul purpose, right, and find their unique message, so they don't sound like anyone else in the world. So when we work with people, we work on both parts, like also on the deeper breakthrough, which we train and certify people to become NLP practitioner and master, so they can like really break through the limitation and all those pre-programmed voices. And the platform that we help them build is the marketing platform that is like to stand out and really connect to people and give them value so they don't sound like a million other people and they can really shine their light so people don't confuse and exactly how they can help them and people feel connected to them and they want their help. So
that's amazing. So I liked what you're doing now, but did you always do what you're doing now?
It's a very good question. So I came from the marketing world, right? So like I used to, I lived in Israel and I used to fly back and forth to United States because most of the marketing was in the States. And we had like big meetings with like Warren Buffett companies and other people. But let me tell you something, what happened, I felt totally numb inside. And I couldn't stand this feeling. It's like the feeling of, I don't have a choice. I have to go kind of like doing my mission, right? It's not like, it didn't feel like mission. It felt like I have to do my work. And like to get out of bed, it was like, oh my gosh, it was very hard because you don't feel the excitement of doing your mission. So I had to tap to my real soul purpose, to my real purpose soul, to my real, and I had to release all those voices and the pre-programmed voices. And hand in hand, while I'm researching it, I really was curious about the brain and the unconscious mind. And lo and behold, I really fell in love with it. And I was determined. I was determined that I'm going to help as many people as I can to go deep, in both level, like release those, all those pills that like really take away the light from your light to fully shine, and also to bring the light out, to the world so people can know you, trust you, and connect to you.
So you said that the first day that you were born, the day you were born, God made sure that you have a purpose on earth, right? That's what you
exactly. Why otherwise, it's like even in the Bible, it says that God created us to create, to continue to do, to continue create, right? So that we have a role. It's not like we just come here, live passively and spontaneously and whatever come your way. We want to be in charge.
If that is true, if what you are saying is true, because that's your belief, right? And I haven't heard anybody say it so well, but if that's what you are saying is true, then why are so many people so tired of what they are doing and not having what they really want? Why is that so difficult for them?
Exactly. This is exactly what I felt, because you see, you are, from the time you were born, right? The kind of like, parents, right? Like they don't do it consciously, right? Unconsciously from generation to generation. And they have all those beliefs that they impose on us, right? So like they can say, oh, you're gonna grow up, you go study something good that will bring you a lot of money, stop living in your dreams, right? So like we constantly get those messages, right? And we slowly don't have our own voice, right? We don't know ourselves anymore, right? Like many times you would ask people, what do? They go, let me tell you, I'm still looking for myself. I'm still finding myself, right? We are so detached from our soul, right? And then there is like the pressure that they put on you, like on school system or in general, the competition, oh my gosh, and now with the social media, that you try to live other people's dreams rather than your own dreams. So even if you try to live other people's dreams and you arrive, let's say, it's not even your dream. So that's why people say, how come I, run after all those amazing, this thing, and then I'm unhappy, right? So it's a person must connect to his unique soul. He must connect. I believe that if your soul is happy, then you have the energy to eat healthier. Then you have the energy, it's cell of your body is happier, right? And one must like, connect, so it doesn't feel this desperate, and it feels, oh my gosh, I'm doing an amazing function in the world. And as long as you're not connect to what you do, of course, and you talk about businesses too, right? And niche, right? So then if you're not connected, let me tell you, that's gonna, it's like in NLP, we say perception is projection. You will project. People are not, you cannot fool people, maybe for a little bit, but if you're not connect, right? They will feel it right away.
So marketing from Israel to USA, and then you decided to give up that job. And then what happened?
So when I went to all those breakthrough training, I said, oh my gosh, I can't believe I even survived without it. And I remember myself getting like almost pissed off that people didn't, share it with me, like, because you heard a lot of those training that they tell you, oh, affirmation. But no, that's a deeper breakthrough on a level that is on your brain level, right? On your mind. And so I was determined. I said, that's what I'm doing. That's, I'm devoted to help as many people as I can. And I have the marketing skills and sales skills. So I would use that to also inspire them, because what happened after they go through the breakthrough, they feel like what we call tabula rasa, like they are born again, they are born again, they're ready to conquer the world, but they have no idea now what, right? So now that they are more familiar with their soul purpose, with their purpose soul, I can help them now build also a platform and create mini course, and also in the yearly one, it's what we call virtual influencer, where we build with them everything. Yeah.
So what makes you different from other coaches?
So I didn't, like I'll tell you something. It took me a long time to even say the word coach. Okay, for me, it's deeper. It's like it's empower, it's mentoring, it's it's not like that. every coach, I'm sure on earth, they have something that is very precious to them. The question if the other person that you connect with figure it out. So it's not enough just to know it in your heart. The other person on the other side, he needs to find out about you. So for example, I wrote like what we call the Deep Sea, a book, the Deep Sea, like see into your soul and find your inner spark. SEE, it's also significant emotional events that impact our life. So I just combine my learning, my experience, and bringing the Kabbalah, the NLP, and different kind of neuro science and things like that. And the way I convey it, it's a way that no one in the world convey in the same way, right? So when you are connected to your soul, the way you bring things out is yours. So like for me, for example, I'm devoted to be compassion, for example. So there's a lot of compassion, because what you would see that in many of the training is they become like almost like a robot, you know, hey, you are in charge of your mind, therefore your results. Okay, hey, deal with it. You know, I don't want to hear that junk or something, right? So I'm determined, right, based on my specific experience, I'm determined to come in a different approach, very compassionate, very patient. You know, everybody knows, all my students, they are my adopted kids, right? I really want them to succeed as if they are mine. And they know that they can connect with me. It's not like, you know, I'm staying away. I don't keep a distance, you know, things like that. So, you know, everyone is their way. If you walk from your deeper soul level, the people out there, they see the difference, right? And everyone, it's like, think about it. It's like the pen and a lead, right? Everyone has the match, but even those who are having the match, right? So often the match doesn't know about their existence, right? So the fact to be out there, give your amazing messages, give values, right? So I get like constantly tons of messenger for people I've never heard before. Like when I go to places, they recognize because the value I gave them, right? The difference I made in their life.
Okay, so let's talk about how you take people through this journey. So you help them create content and then do video messaging and everything else. And I think a little bit of infusion of NLP and everything else. So how long is your course, and how do you make the people that come to you are in business, obviously, and they want their products to be seen and themselves to be seen. So how long is the process? Is it an ongoing journey, but working with you is how long?
Right. So like in general, there is like, it depends on, of course, on their rhythm too. They can, like, if they really devoted and they put all the time into it, they can have like 7 script, amazing 7 script and 7 video within like 2 to 3 months. At the same time, you know, like they have other thing that they do. So sometimes it takes them longer. At least they have one amazing video that, of course, we edit for them and everything like that. And the idea is that the structure, it's not just the video, right? It's one thing to know the tech and understand the tech. It's the structure, is like how you put things in certain order so the other person, you know, because there's different style of how people process and perceive information. So how you take this into consideration and understand the client. And the last thing you want is that it to be salesy, because it's like people are so sick and tired of just like people selling them stuff. So it's amazing process. And it, of course, it depends on the student rhythm too. But the idea is that as fast as they can have all the script and all the videos ready to rock it. So, and the most important is like what happened with it, right? What happened with it? What the people on the other line, would they see them and they feel them and they connect to them? They go, oh my gosh, that's the person I was longing for. I was longing for this person's help for so long. And I never knew that this person has so much depth in it. I never knew that he's so kind to give me this value. I never, right? It's this kind of feeling. And that's my obsession, is like, so I cannot reach everyone in the world, but like if I make you my messenger, right, and you become their messenger, and it's like, it's so beautiful to be part of this ripple effect.
So you're looking for the power of replication.
Yeah, I look for, it's like a domino rally. Once you shine your light, then it shine on this light, and then this person light on other people, and then they, right? It's like, just like the butterfly effect, right? It's like, and I think it's so important, we were started talking about, remember the feeling of numb, and you also talk about that so many business run out of business, right? Because if you're not connected, right? If you're not connected from within, there's no way, that there will be any match, right? And people feel energy, right? People feel energy. If someone feel that he, desperate to have the transaction, the other person feel it right away.
Okay, so you said 2 to 3 months is when people start to getting into the groove, if you will, and figuring out, okay, this is what I got to do. Then why is it that not everybody is doing what you are doing? Why is it, if this is so important, why do other coaches not help people do this and figure out bringing the message from within?
So first of all, not all coaches know how to do deeper breakthrough. Also, not everybody loves doing the deeper breakthrough. Some people say, "Hey, listen, I'm giving you the information. And you do with it what you want, right?" So like, people has different preferences. Some people, all they care is like scale time, right? So when you want to scale time, you don't have time to go so deep with someone. You let him do the work on itself. So there is different style of working with people. There is one, I just teach and you do it. There is to do with, and there is I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. It's you just hire someone to do it for you. And some people think it's easier, but actually they never do what you really want, right? Maybe if it's an easy task, because they cannot know your soul and your voice and everything. So we chose do with you, because we don't want to do and impose something on you, but we want to work with you to make sure that it's like a dance, right? We will help you, we'll hold your hand, we'll make sure it's amazing converted on the other side. At the same time, we want to make sure that it's your voice, it's your unique voice, it's your soul purpose, it's your passion, right? It's your mission. So so it's everybody has different preferences, right?
Awesome. All right, now tell me how people can find you.
They can ask Munira, where am I?
Yeah, but
yeah.
They find you. So you have behind you is your flyer. What does it say?
Neuro successology. Neuro successology. Okay, so there is right, as you would see there is NLP practitioner and master training that for people who wants to certify. Talking about the coaches you were talking about, many of them are like have so much hard time when the clients are so deep in excuses or victim, and it's naturally most of the people are in effect instead of being in cause, as we say, right? So if they want more tools to help their clients, then definitely us. That's something we teach. Timeline therapy is a floating process that we release the first event ever that someone had felt a trauma or felt certain negative emotion. And once we release it from there, it's released, the unwarranted negative emotion is released. This is, of course, a what we call dissociate process. In other words, you are not in the event. You don't experience the event again. You just look at that in a new pair of eyes of you as grown up. And then creating the present is also amazing process of kind of hypnotic goal setting and hypnotic, so you're feeling each cell of your body, the new aspiration. Live and Live Legend is everybody deep inside wish to build something of his own soul, something that imprint for his sake, for people in in the world, people want to be known for something. Many of them, I don't say anyone, but like many of entrepreneurs, especially, they want to be known for, or like they want to leave legend or legacy for their future generation. So all of it really express why it's so important for us to help people build their platform too with them.
Perfect. No, I love it. So these are the programs that you have if each one is a different piece.
Yes, each one, we have different courses that we run. Our main courses, yeah.
And is this one-on-one or is this group coaching?
It's group coaching.
So then everybody feels the breakthrough at this thing at the same time?
Yes, the idea, so like in the training is not just we go deep into the breakthrough, they all master the tools so they can help others too doing it. Yeah, we make sure everybody goes through the breakthrough. It's so cool. Yeah, love it.
Okay, so if you can, please, can you put your website of how people can find you?
Yeah, so what they can do, first of all, on Facebook, we have a virtual influencer community, what we call the people that come in there. They're not just virtual influencers, they're also what we call mensch. Mensch is a good person who wants to mend the world, kind of a Jewish word, and it's important for us to attract mensches because, in all our techniques, we really empower people. And the last thing we want to empower is empower mean people. So we just want, so it's very important for us. So they can find us on Facebook. They can find me also under Naomi Bareket on Facebook and under Rami Bareket and also LinkedIn, Naomi Bareket.
Okay, yeah. So just by your name.
Yeah, and then when you post later, I'll give you also all those links. Yeah.
Awesome. And so, is there any question that I should have asked you that I haven't?
Question that you should ask me. That's a question to think about. What kind of question is like? It's like, I think I answer it. It's like I always say, two questions that I say people should always ask is, first of all, we know the one, like, why do I do what I do, right? So I think we covered it during this beautiful interview with you. And then I always say, as a leader, daily ask yourself, am I hypocrite? And what do I mean by that? And that's a question I ask myself too, right? So many times you hear people say, oh my gosh, I post something, nobody liked it, I give up, right? Let me ask you something. Are you really doing things from like just to get like quick gratification? Or are you really do things because you believe that that's the way and you want to empower people, you really want to be there for them? And your depends on a like or not like? I mean, this is a question and I hear it many times. Let me tell you, if you're giving up just because you didn't get the client right away, if you're giving up so fast, let me tell you, that's not your job. You're not connected. You depends on like right away. So I don't say don't learn from feedback. I don't say don't learn from this, but wait a minute, patient, build something beautiful. Give value. Let people see your light. Patiently, because if you really walk from your purpose, right, then you're not depends on this fast gratification. But often people, I want to save the world. I want to do this. And a second later, if they didn't get a like or something, that's it. They give up on everything. So for me, as a leader, I always say, ask yourself, am I real? Do I really care? This is really my mission? Is that really my purpose soul that I'll do everything to it and I'll be consistent and devoted? I don't talk here about, of course, learn from feedback, get better. I'm talking about how connect you are, how congruent you are. And if you're not congruent, ask yourself, am I really a leader or I'm just an hypocrite?
Got it. I appreciate it so much. So ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. A leader in her own right. She's an NLP. She has certifiable courses. So if you follow her, then she can teach you how to become an NLP practitioner. But also, she also is very, very passionate of how to teach others to show up in their world in their own light. You don't have to borrow somebody else's light, but in your own light. And then you talked about 7 scripts where you're teaching people how to write their own scripts. And that shows emotion, that shows that you are authentic, right? And if you are this person that needs this kind of visibility, then look her up, because she is the expert, one of the ones that I have met, and is different from everybody. And if you'd like to be, if you have a niche and just want to express it better and don't know how to do it right now, go ahead and talk to Naomi. So thank you so much, Naomi, for being on our show. We appreciate it very much. And for those of you who are still here and like us, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And you can see this on either YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn. And we will talk to you in a week with another guest whom we are going to showcase and talk to them about how they came to their niche. It's a different story for everybody because their own experiences are different. And we just ask you to share with us, because there's a lot of people who are still wondering what they should do. Maybe you can inspire them to take the action. Have a good day and have a good week.
Thank you, Munira.